Hey, this is Russ. Hey, I got another bike to show you guys. Take a look at this one. Yeah, this is the new Euphree Solar Sparrow in Sierra Blue. Yeah, this was an interesting bike. I've had this for a couple weeks now. Been anxious to show it to you guys, but the release date wasn't gonna happen until I released this video. So yeah, I've had it for a couple of weeks. Had a chance to talk to the owner of the company, Daniel, about the design of this bike. And so I have a lot of things to share with you concerning it. So let's take a look at this, this bike. Let's look at it from the front too. Yeah, Euphree is into bird names. We had the City Robin X, City Robin X Plus, the Stellar Falcon, now the Solar Sparrow. Yeah, it's a nice looking bike, commuter style bike. So what's making this thing so special? Well, this is their first bike with a Gates carbon belt. Look at this thing. Let me see if I get a little closer for you. Can you guys see the belt there? Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about this bike here. So the bike, well, let's give you the price right off the bat, because everyone's always interested in that. $1,899 as of this recording. However, we do know that it is going up to $1,949. Yeah, so he's going to keep the $1,899 price for a very, very short time, but due to circumstances beyond everyone's control, it's going to $1,949. So if you want one of these things, get it, order in fast, okay? Now it's a 300-pound payload on this bike. The weight of the bike, being a commuter style bike, is only 58 pounds with the battery in there, or 48 pounds without the battery. It's very lightweight. Yeah, you can tell. While you're riding it, you can definitely tell. So now this has the ability to put a front basket if you like. They do sell baskets. That little badging there comes off. You can put a bike front basket right there. It does come with the rear rack, which is one of these MIK style racks. Okay, so each the front and the back will handle 30 pounds. All right, the fenders are metal fenders, and that does come with the bike. We do have hydraulic brakes on here, so we got Tektro hydraulic brakes on the top here. And rotors, of course, are 180 millimeter rotors in the front and 180 millimeter rotors in the back. What about these tires? Well, they are Kenda Quick 6 tires. The tires are 27.5 inches in size by 2.4 inches in width. It's a very quiet tire when you're riding it. It's designed for the road, yeah. The battery is a 48 volt, 10.5 amp hour LG cells for the battery. Let me show you how the battery works here. It's a little different. This has a cover here, so when you pull this down, the cover does come off, okay? Cover comes off, and that is the battery right there. Okay, there's a key lock right over there. Once you unlock that, the battery will come out, and then you charge the battery. So there's not an external port. You have to take the battery out in order to charge it. And when you're ready to put it back together, just put the cover back on, and it remains right there. Now, I did mention to him that it would be nice if there was a way to lock that cover, but there at this point is not a way to do that. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. Okay, the motor is a 500 watt motor made by Bafang. So you might want to know what the torque is. I would like to know what the torque is too, but I don't have any information about that at this point. As I get more information about things, I will update you guys about it. And I don't have the torque rating on it either. So I'm just going to show you what I know at this point, okay? It does come with the SR Sun Tour suspension seat post. This is the NCX seat post that does include that. And then the saddle is made by Velo. It's the Velo plush saddle. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah. There is a suspension in the front. It's right there on the front tube. It's not a fork suspension as we typically see. It's about a 30 millimeter travel on that. The seat post is 350 millimeters in size. Up here on the top here, we have locking grips that are branded Euphree. Kind of nice though, they don't slip. Bell does come with it. This center section is for using their cell phone holder. If you purchase one of their cell phone holders, you can actually put it right in here. Okay. And then of course your display screen's up here. There's a left throttle. And I added the bar end mirror, which was given to me by Euphree. I've had these mirrors before on the other Euphree bikes, and I think based on the style of the handlebar, because it does curve backwards towards you, I think the bar end handlebar mirrors make the most sense. So I would definitely pick up a mirror from Euphree if you're interested in getting some type of a rear view. So definitely do that. Now, the information that you find on the display screen, let me turn this on real quick here. You just push and hold the power button, eventually that will kick in. I don't know how much you can see this in the sunlight, but you have several levels of pedal assist. There is what they call Eco, Tour, Sport, and Turbo, okay? And this is a single speed drive bike, so there are no gears in the back. Nothing to deal with. There's no derailleur shifter or anything like that, because there is no derailleur. It's a single speed on the belt. To get into the advanced functions, you basically hold the two buttons on the up and down buttons. Then you'll have some things like display settings, information, language, themes, passwords, Euphree Connect, and factory reset. If you go into display settings, there's unit, auto off, trip resets, brightness, Bluetooth signal levels, steel number it says, I don't know what that is, drive mode. You can change this between a torque sensor or a cadence sensor drive. Light mode changes the front headlight and rear tail light to blinking or steady state. And then there's some additional advanced settings there too. Let's exit out of there, okay? A lot of information on the top there, odometers, trip meters, average miles per hour, your battery life, the speed that you've gone, and what pedal assist level you're at. All right, so what do I think of this bike so far? Well, it's definitely different than some of the other bikes. It doesn't have multiple speeds as far as like a derailleur or anything like that. I have had a belt-driven bike before from another company, and it's kind of similar, but this one is the Gates belt, which allows it to have a lot longer life than some of the other belt drives that are out there. And while this bike comes at 20 miles per hour, you can unlock it to 28. Of course, that's what I did. And yes, I did hit 28 miles per hour with this, so it is possible to do it with this bike. So the whole design of this, from what I can tell, is they wanted to make a smaller, lighter bike for an everyday type of use. I would say they accomplished that with this. Yeah, based on its weight and size and stature, this fits literally anyone who wants a basic, easy bike to get around town. You're not going to be taking it off-road or anything like that. You know, if you were going on long trips, this is not the type of bike for you. Let me give you some other specifications here. So the battery itself is a 48 volt, 10.5 amp hour battery. These are LG cells, okay? And they are UL listed for the battery and UL listed for their electronics as well, okay? What other things can I tell you about this here? I think we've covered pretty much most of everything that you probably would need to know. Oh, you might want to know what how many teeth we have in the front over here. Let me see what I have here. I've got some notes on here. Let me see what it says here. I know it's fairly large. That's the amazing part of it. It's 60T. Yeah, it's 60T. So because it's a single type of gearing ratio here, the 60T on the chain ring really will help out quite a bit. All right, I think that's basically all I need to tell you at this point. Let's go and take it out for a ride. Oh, rider height. 4'11" to 5'11" is the recommended rider height on this. Now, I don't know what the additional colors are or anything like that. All I know is I only have the one. So, and the website wasn't up yet for this bike, so I don't know the actual additional colors, if any. But this particular bike is the blue color. So, yeah, it's a nice looking bike. I mean, all of their products seem to have really nice colors on it, and if you notice, there's not a single weld that you can see on the bike frame. Yeah, this is very well made. Yeah. Okay. Oh, adjustable handlebar stem too. Yeah, you can change this. So this will tilt forward and back for you if you want it closer to you or if you want it further away from you. Bringing it closer, of course, raises the handlebar height a little bit for you as well. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's take it for a ride. Let's see how it does. Let me show you real quickly how this attaches. You just put this there, turn it, and there it is. Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to attach. Yeah, all you need to do is get the cell phone case for your particular bike, your particular cell phone, and it'll fit right onto the bike. Okay, let's take this for a ride here. Let's see how it does. I'm gonna lower this pedal assist. I've got it going pretty quick. I'll slow that down a little bit. You guys are cutting grass today, so we're gonna be passing them, so all the noise you'll be hearing in a moment is all the lawnmower noise. But we'll get past them pretty fast. So this is set up for cadence or torque sensor. I have it currently on the cadence sensing. I tried it on torque sensor as I came towards the review, and it did a very good job. But as you know, I prefer the cadence sensor for myself, and that's what I have it set for. Now this area here is always very bumpy, this path. So we'll see how well the front suspension helps us out. And of course our seat suspension too, with the Suntour suspension seat post. And I would say it's doing a real good job. Usually you hear me bouncing around and my voice is really shaky and everything. Not so much today. So the front suspension, although it's not your typical fork style suspension, it's kind of like on the stem, seems to do a good job. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's see if we kind of pass here if we can. I'll be on your right. Thank you. I usually pass on the left, but she was kind of all over the left-hand side, so I figured I better take the right. All right, so you know where we're headed at this point. We're gonna go to the hill test, which is what we typically do right after we do the introduction of our reviews here. I see they've fixed the street, but not necessarily the say thank you to that person letting us through. They haven't fixed this path. I wish they would fix the path because it is very bumpy. All right, I'm coming down here. We'll use the bell again. On your left. Yeah, this pedal is really nice. I mean, it's a single speed, so there's no gears or anything to worry about. But it's not hard to get started on it. Will you ghost pedal? Yeah, you might a little bit, I think. If you were doing the 28 miles per hour, I'm pretty sure you would be able to be ghost pedaling then. To 20 miles per hour? I don't think so. I think you might be okay. I would suggest if you want to feel it more, put it on torque sensor. Now you can change the settings of each of the levels as well. Your pedal assist levels can be changed in the advanced settings of the menu. I've left it pretty much at the factory setting. The only thing I've changed is going back and forth between the drive mode itself, whether it's cadence or torque sensor. Torque sensor is basically used if you want to make the bike feel more like a standard bike. Cadence sensor, as long as you keep your legs moving, the pedal assist will help you up to a certain speed setting. People are playing tennis out here. Usually I see pickleball players at the other areas, but they're playing actual tennis here. That's good to see. I hate to see tennis go away, as so many people are now playing pickleball. All right, so here's how we do the hill test if you haven't been with me before. We approach this bridge, and we'll stop at the base of the bridge. Then we're just simply going to, let me put the pedal assist all the way to the top, in case that does anything. I don't think it does when you're just throttling, but just to make it safe for everybody, we'll put it on the full blast, and then we're just gonna use the throttle to throttle all the way up up this hill, and then we'll see how fast this will go over the hill. Okay, we won't do anything further than that. So we'll stop right here. Okay, we'll wait until the thing goes down to 0. Let's go ahead and take it. So I'm not going to be pedaling. I'm just going to be throttling at this point. Let me angle a little bit here so you can see that. Oh, we got people here. Hopefully they will stay out of my way. Okay, we are at 19.1, coming up. All right, now we're starting to drop, as we typically will do. And we'll see how far it drops down as it gets over the top here. And we are at 9.6 is where I registered it at, 9.6. Okay, let's move you back up a little bit here. I kind of expected that would be the case. It is a 500 watt motor. So it is not, it's not like the big 750 watt motors. So I was not expecting it to go really fast over the hill. If you need something that has a better hill climb, my suggestion, try either the City Robin X or the Stellar Falcon. Stellar Falcon at one point was our top contender for going over the hill. So it kind of gives you an idea how fast these things can go. Now, to be fair, people have said, you know, if you've lost weight, then your ability to go over the hill will be quicker. That is true. Many of the past rides that I did weigh more, all right? But I weigh a little bit less now. So I am currently at, where am I currently at? I'm trying to remember what my weight is sitting at, about 232, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think some of the other ones that I did, I was up into 265, 268 ranges. And yeah, maybe some of the other bikes could have done a little bit better too if I didn't weigh as much. All right, so we're gonna take this into the forest preserve as we usually do. Let's go and drop this pedal assist level here. We're going a little bit fast as I'm pedaling through. I may change the sensors to maybe torque a little bit later just to see how it does. I did it as I was driving, as I was riding towards the beginning of this test, and torque sensor did pretty well. Then I switched it back to cadence. So what about the left-handed throttle? Some people take some time to get used to that. A lot of people are used to right-handed things, but they've opted for a left-handed throttle. All of their bikes in the past also have the left-handed throttle. You just have to kind of get used to those things. I could jump back and forth between left and right with no problem now. I'm so used to it at this point, it doesn't really matter to me which side the thing is on. Overall though, it's a fairly quiet bike. Yeah, we don't hear too much tire noise compared to some of the big fat tire, knobby type tire bikes. And the motor's relatively quiet. All right, it's gonna take us a little bit of time to get over to the other side, so I'm gonna cut this out at this point, and then we will pick us back up again as we get over to the forest preserve. Okay, I am back. Trail speed here is 15 miles per hour, which always seems to be very slow to me, but we'll try our best to maintain that. Yeah, it's a very quiet bike overall. So I'm pedaling at this point. I don't think you hear too much. Going down the hill a little bit, so we'll slow down a bit. Yeah, it's a nice, smooth ride. This is definitely, let's get a little more assist going up this little incline here. It's definitely for somebody who wants to do a commute. If you have an everyday commuter style bike that you're looking for, this might be it. Add some baskets to it, you have a lot of ability to carry things. They do sell a front basket for it. They have a rear trunk bag ability too. They gave me a trunk bag. I may put that on here. I was debating where I should put it. Let's take the long route here. Let's go to the left. I was debating where I should put it, and I think it's gonna go on this bike. Yeah, I think it makes the most sense over here. I'll add those and you'll see those in future videos. All right, I'm climbing up the hill, so I'm gonna move my pedal assist all the way up. And we're pedaling along, no problems getting up the hill. Yeah, I don't know what the torque rating is, but we seem to be able to get over the hills, no real issues really. And we'll drop it back down because we're evening out. There we go. Yeah, it's a nice day today. It's about 70 degrees currently. What time is it? It's about 10:48 or so in the morning. I wanted to get out early, take advantage of the weather. Nice and cool, it's always helpful. It's gonna be hot today. Brakes work well. Always work your brakes in the beginning. Yeah, when you first get your bikes. And make sure your brakes work well. It's called bedding in the brakes, in case you're curious. What you do is you ride about 15 miles an hour, then you slow down without stopping, let go, do that for maybe 10 times or so, something like that. And it kind of gets the brake pads ready for those rotors. All right, we got to cross over. This is always a tough crossing. Cars go really fast. We'll just wait our turn. I may have mentioned before that I wouldn't go on the forest preserve trails anymore with the big fat tire bikes. But with a commuter style bike, I think it's fine. Most people can't even tell this is an e-bike. I mean, if you looked at it, it looks just like a regular bike. The smaller motor too, it's almost very hard to see from a distance that there's actually a motor in the hub in the back. The clickings you hear is, of course, from the hub, you know, just like any bike would have that clicking sound, but you know, they can't really tell this is an e-bike. Now, what about the 500 watt motor versus 750? I don't think it's a big deal. I think the 500 seems to go perfectly fine. The only thing that I would notice that it doesn't do is fast starts. If you want this thing to take off like a bullet, that's not going to happen on this kind of bike, right? But it's not designed for it. It's designed as a commuter style bike, and it does perfectly well for that. In fact, at 500 watts, you're using up less energy. The power's lower, which means your battery will last longer too. I'm looking at my display screen here. Let me see if I can see what it says here. Yeah, we got plenty of battery power left. I mean, it's not even an issue. All right, let's get a little bit of assist level here. We're going up a little bit of an incline, so I'm just gonna pop it up a little bit and then bring it back down again. Hey, why suffer, you know? Yeah, nice day today. Nice day for a bike ride. Yeah, if you haven't gotten an e-bike before, consider this one. Yeah, if you're just gonna go on some bike paths, if you're going to ride around the town, you know, you just want some basic way of moving around, commuter style bike might be the best way to go. They're quieter, they're lighter in weight. If you have to move a bike upstairs, okay, you don't want an 80-pound bike. You want something like this. You take the battery off, that thing's under 50 pounds. What was it, 47, 48 pounds, something like that? 58, 59 pounds, something like that, with the battery on there. So yeah, it's a lot easier carrying around. Okay. Yeah, it's a good job, Euphree. I think you got another winner on your hands here. This is the kind of bike, if you want a refined bike, you know, I mean, even, like I said, even the welds, you don't even see the welds on the thing. Great colors, great finish on the bikes all the time. Yeah, you don't even have to think about gears. There's no shifting. You don't have to shift anything. I think that all you have to do is get used to using the pedal assist levels to help you go up and down. Once you get used to that, it's a piece of cake. I like these curved back handlebars. I've mentioned that many times in the past. Keeps you in more of an upright sitting position. You know, bikes in the past, you know, like drop handlebar racing bikes, remember those things? You're leaning forward so much. Yeah, that's tiring on your back and everything. I don't like that. I prefer to be more of an upright sitting position. This one does that. Cable management. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Euphree is well known for its cable management. See these two wires over here? Two cables, they go right into the tubes of the bike. That's all you see. These two curved things here, that's it. They wrap these, of course, but they keep everything cleaned up. Yeah, that's a highlight of their attention to detail. All of their bikes are like that. They're all done very well. Easy company to work with, great warranties. You know, they'll back up what they tell you they're going to do. So the company is from the United States. They're based in Texas. So it's designed and everything in Texas. Everything's then sent over to them, then they take care of everything before it goes out the door. So you want to support a US company, this is it. Yeah, again, $18.99 right now. It's gonna go up to $19.49. I don't know when, but he did tell me it's gonna go up. So he said, go ahead and mention $18.99 when the release of the video happens. He didn't say how long, but I don't think it's gonna be too long before it becomes $19.49. So you might as well save the $50 if you can, right? It's kind of like a built-in discount code for you right there. Hey, if you're interested in one of these bikes, go to my affiliate link. It's in the description of the video. Use that to get it. That helps me out. And lets Euphree know that, that you saw my video. Anyways, if you want one of these bikes, go ahead and get one. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks, Euphree, for the bike. We'll do more videos with it this year. Talk to you guys next time.